Last year I drove from Ireland all the way to Dubrovnik, Croatia, and I left my bike here for about a year, and she started on the first turn of the key. This is the beginning of a 2-month-long trip from Croatia to Greece, all the way around the islands in Greece, to the south of Italy, and up to Porto Venere. I can't remember which one is the correct pronunciation. I have bungee straps and a net, but this is going to be a push. It's going to be a big challenge because I'm bringing a bunch of camera gear with me. Yeah, I brought too much stuff. This is where it gets silly. It's still not tight enough, but I'm trying to like cram it on the back of this tiny little Hornet and bring it all the way around Europe. So it is boiling, holy crap. How could you not be entertained? But while we're here in Dubrovnik, I want to take you for a sunset adventure and just show you what the city's like at its best. So let's have a look. The most beautiful thing about Dubrovnik to me is the people. There's such a close-knit community. In Croatia in general, there's actually such a family culture, but there's a difference to it. There's like a hardship to these people that's more recent. They went through a lot of war and conflict not so long ago, and you can really see that they're quite close together, and in many ways they were drawn together by that conflict. This is probably one of my favorite views in all of the city. I always drive through here and I have a look at this. I always take a video the first thing I do when I get down here. The best thing about it is that you see the kind of cascade of the larger outer city wall, which was made to withstand cannon fire. And it was very strategically built in certain parts, especially the corner of the fortress in the bottom, where cannonballs would fire and bounce off the sides. It's a bit mad. Bum, bum, bum. La, la, la. Sorry, everybody. Something I always wondered before I went on this trip, I was terrified of the idea of parking my bike. Where do I park it? Would it be safe? How do I know I'm not going to get towed or clamped? What terrible things could possibly happen to my bike on the road? And the answer is many terrible things could happen to your bike when you park it in places you're not supposed to. So my general rule of thumb goes in threes. 1, common sense. Are other people parking there, and does it look safe and legal? 2, research the town or the city you're going to and look up what type of rules there are, or if there's any thieves or whatever else in the area, to know how much to lock your bike up or what to be aware of when you park it there. Number 3 is just ask a local. Ask somebody else who's parking there. Ask somebody else who's in a shop by there. I go into a shop and ask somebody, is it safe to park there? And sometimes they just roll their eyes. But sure, look, at least you give it a go and you can kind of protect yourself from getting towed, robbed, scrapped, whatever else. Hopefully that helps. We're going to go inside the walls of Dubrovnik and we're going to check all that out. So I'm here outside the walls of Dubrovnik, and this is a famous spot because I think this is near where Red Bull did their cliff diving. Actually, I think it was the edge of the cliff here in front of this castle, which is apparently haunted as well, which is very interesting. And you've got these pristine restaurants around and loads of interesting places to dine and stay as well. So when you first come in the walls, you're greeted by a few buskers, there's accordions, guitars, and then you have these cute little alleyways where you can find some dinner. My favorite being Barca. It's run by an Irish man and it is a tapas restaurant and a bar, a late night bar that being. I'll show you some more cute little alleyways like this. So we've come across a little local here. It's not just big city walls and swim spots around here in Dubrovnik, not just restaurants and bars. You also have local models waiting for you to take their photograph. This little cat is sitting in front of one of the best viewpoints of the entire town. This is one of the jumping spots and I'm really tempted. I think I might jump in my trousers and everything, and I don't have a change of clothes and I'm about like a 20-minute walk away from my bike. So, do you want to be in the vlog?
We already jumped!
What if I jump? Would you film me jumping?
Sure.
I'm from Ireland, yeah. Where are you from?
We're from Ireland! Woo! Northern Ireland! Belfast!
You're Belfast. I'll do a backflip for you. Do you want to see it?
We want to sing!
Alright, cool. Let's go.
Is it recording? Take them off. Ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no...
Everybody say hi to the camera. Right, don't shake me. I'm trying to get a good shot here. Damn. So what are we rating his backflip? What are we rating? I think you need to go again.
You put a 7.
Yeah, one more time.
A bit tighter.
You need to go higher this time.
It wasn't recording.
So how did that jump feel for you?
I just jumped in my trousers off of that rock and I feel great. Thank you so much to my film crew. I feel crews from the north of Ireland and their class, and it's the best film crew I've ever had on my entire trip. Would you stop that now? Would you stop? You're worse than my mum.
I spent about 5 days in Dubrovnik, and this was probably my last day there. I had a friend from Dubrovnik that I was going to go meet up with and go snorkeling with.
Almost forgot you guys were there. How are we doing? I'm at Sea Point, which is at the end of the peninsula here in Dubrovnik on the west side, north side. On the north side, almost got that wrong.
One of my key focuses on this trip was making friends that I could come back to. And I think last year in 2024, when I came through Dubrovnik and Italy and France, I did a really good job of that, creating friendships that I could return to and that I could keep building on. But I felt like the further I went on this trip in the second year in 2025, that became actually more difficult. But we'll get more into that in further episodes.
Chanel and I are sharing flippers. Chanel has one and I have one. So I'm going to show Chanel how to do a single flipper. Now show me your
I
best.
think that my favorite thing to do with people that I meet is just do recreational bullshit where there's no set of rules and you can just make up your own fun. That way I think that you just get to relax, especially on these long road trips. And just like that, this part of my trip was coming to an end. Dubrovnik was a beautiful place to come and see some old friends, reconnect with its city walls, but for now it was time to hit the road and go see other parts of Europe. Next up is Montenegro for a quick visit, and Albania as we pass through into Greece.